Hello, my dear friend. Today's topic is something truly special, something that will open your eyes and touch your heart. We're going to talk about the rarest woman in the world. Yes, the woman who doesn't follow the crowd, who stands strong in silence, and who walks her own path with confidence and grace. She's mysterious, powerful, and independent, yet full of depth and softness. People call her the Sigma female, and she's unlike anyone else you've ever met. She's the type of woman who doesn't need to be seen to shine. Her energy speaks louder than her words. So, if you've ever wondered what makes this woman so rare and unforgettable, stay with me till the end, because what you're about to hear might just change the way you see strength, beauty, and independence forever. The rarest woman in the world, the Sigma female. Point number 1, the silent power. In a world full of noise, where everyone is trying to be noticed, there exists a rare kind of woman who doesn't need to shout to be heard. She doesn't beg for attention, yet somehow, she gets it. This woman is known as the Sigma female, and her power lies in her silence. While most people believe power means being loud, controlling others, or showing off, the Sigma female proves something very different. Her strength is calm, quiet, and deeply rooted inside her. She doesn't need to say much to make her presence felt. When she walks into a room, people sense her energy. There's something about her, a kind of peaceful confidence that can't be faked. She doesn't try to impress anyone. She doesn't follow trends or copy what others do. Instead, she follows her own path, guided by her own rules. That's what makes her different from everyone else. While others waste time trying to prove their worth, she simply knows her value. She doesn't chase validation because she already accepts herself completely. That calm self-acceptance is what gives her silent power. Her energy speaks louder than her voice ever could. People around her feel that she's strong, not because she shows it off, but because she doesn't need to. When someone insults her or tries to bring her down, she doesn't react emotionally. She stays calm, collected, and focused. She understands that silence can be more powerful than words. The Sigma female doesn't like drama or competition. She doesn't see other women as rivals, because she's not in a race with anyone. Her only competition is herself. She's always trying to become a better version of who she was yesterday. That's what makes her unstoppable. When life gets tough, she doesn't complain or seek pity. She quietly faces her problems and works through them. She may cry in private, but she always stands tall in public. Her silence is not weakness, it's control. It's emotional maturity. It shows she's not easily shaken by what others think or say. Many people don't understand her because she doesn't fit into the usual boxes. Some may call her cold, distant, or mysterious. But the truth is, she simply values her energy. She doesn't waste time explaining herself to people who don't deserve to understand her. When others show off for attention, she stays grounded. When others follow the crowd, she listens to her intuition. And that's what makes her stand out. Her quiet strength attracts respect without her asking for it. People admire her calmness, even if they can't explain why. The Sigma female proves that real power doesn't need to be loud. It's not about shouting to be heard. It's about being so sure of yourself that you don't have to. Her silence carries confidence. Her actions speak louder than her words, and her presence leaves a mark wherever she goes. In a noisy world, the Sigma female is the calm in the storm, unshaken, graceful, and rare. That's her silent power. That's what makes her one of the rarest women in the world. The rarest woman in the world, the Sigma female. Point number 2, the lone wolf spirit. The Sigma female is often called the lone wolf, and that title fits her perfectly. She doesn't depend on others to feel complete. She doesn't need a crowd around her to feel important. In fact, she feels most peaceful when she's alone. But don't mistake her solitude for sadness. She isn't lonely. She simply enjoys her own company. Most people fear being alone because they connect it with emptiness. But for the Sigma female, solitude is strength. It's her time to recharge, to think deeply, and to grow. When she's by herself, she's not wasting time scrolling through social media or trying to please others. Instead, She uses that time to understand herself better. She reflects on her goals, her emotions, and her next steps in life. The Sigma female doesn't chase friendships or relationships just to fill a void. She believes that the wrong company can be more painful than being alone. That's why she's careful with whom she allows into her world. She may have only a few friends, but those people are real, loyal, and meaningful to her. She prefers quality over quantity every time. Because she's comfortable in her own space, she's not afraid of silence. She doesn't always need to talk or be around others. She can spend hours reading, creating, or just thinking. This quiet time helps her recharge emotionally and mentally. Many people misunderstand this and assume she's antisocial. But that's far from the truth. She can be social when she chooses to. She just doesn't need it all the time. Her independence makes her a natural leader, not because she demands control, but because she inspires others through her example. People respect how she walks alone with confidence. She doesn't follow the crowd. She sets her own direction. If everyone is going left, she's not afraid to go right, if that's what feels true to her. The Sigma female has learned that peace is more valuable than popularity. She doesn't want to be part of every conversation or every group. She enjoys her freedom too much. She knows that when you depend too much on others, you lose your own voice. So she guards her independence fiercely. Sometimes people think she's cold or distant because she keeps her distance. But that's not true. She simply knows that not everyone deserves access to her world. She has built a peaceful space in her mind and heart, and she only opens that door for people who truly understand her. Her lone wolf nature doesn't mean she doesn't care about others. She can love deeply, but she never loses herself in the process. She's the kind of woman who can stand beside someone, but also stand strong alone. That balance is what makes her different from most. In a world where many people fear being alone, the Sigma female finds freedom in it. She walks her own path, guided by her inner strength and wisdom. She doesn't need noise or attention. Her silence speaks enough. And that's what makes her the rare lone wolf, the woman who chooses solitude not because she has to, but because she wants to. The rarest woman in the world, the Sigma female. Point number 3. The mind that can't be controlled. One of the most powerful things about a Sigma female is her unshakable mind. She cannot be easily fooled, manipulated, or controlled by anyone. She has a sharp sense of awareness. She reads between the lines, notices small details, and understands people's true intentions even when they try to hide them. Her intelligence is not just book smart. It's emotional and intuitive. That's what makes her stand out from everyone else. The Sigma female has learned from life's experiences. She has been through pain, betrayal, and disappointment, but instead of becoming bitter, she became wiser. Every challenge she faced made her stronger and smarter. That's why it's almost impossible to deceive her. She's already seen what lies behind the mask people wear. She has a built-in radar for fake energy. When someone tries to manipulate her, she doesn't argue or react emotionally. She stays calm and observes. She lets people expose themselves while she quietly takes note of their behavior. Her silence is her weapon. Most people can't handle that kind of calmness because they expect a reaction, but she gives none. That's what makes her so hard to control. The Sigma female values her independence too much to allow anyone to control her thoughts or actions. She doesn't let society, friends, or relationships decide who she should be. She listens to advice but always makes her own decisions. She trusts her intuition more than anyone else's opinion. That strong inner voice is what guides her through life. She's not easily impressed by charm or status. You can't win her over with fancy words or expensive gifts. She looks deeper. She values honesty, intelligence, and emotional stability over appearance or wealth. She sees through superficial things. That's why not everyone can handle her. She demands depth, not drama. Her calm and logical mind makes her a mystery to others. Some people try to control her by guilt, fear, or emotional pressure, but it never works. She knows when someone is trying to play mind games. She simply walks away without anger, without revenge, just distance. That's her way of protecting her peace. The Sigma female is also strong mentally because she knows who she is. She doesn't depend on others to tell her what she's worth. No insult can truly break her, and no compliment can make her forget herself. She remains centered, balanced, and grounded in every situation. That kind of strength is rare, and that's why she's so respected, even by those who don't understand her. Many people fear losing control in relationships or life situations, but the Sigma female stays in control of herself at all times. She doesn't try to control others, either. She simply minds her own path and expects the same in return. Her mind is her greatest power. It's calm, clear, and strong, like still water that runs deep. You can't shake her easily because she doesn't live to please others. She lives to be free, peaceful, and true to herself. That's why her mind is unbreakable. And that's why the Sigma female remains one of the rarest women in the world. The rarest woman in the world, the Sigma female. Point number 4. The mystery that attracts everyone. One of the most fascinating things about a Sigma female is her mystery. She doesn't reveal everything about herself, and that's what makes people so drawn to her. In a world where everyone shares too much on social media, in conversations, even in relationships, she stays private. She's like a closed book with only a few pages visible. And that's exactly why people want to know more. The Sigma female doesn't hide because she's insecure. She stays private because she values her peace. She believes that not everything needs to be shared or explained. She understands that mystery keeps her energy protected. People can't use what they don't know against her. That's her quiet power. When she speaks, she doesn't waste words. Every word has meaning, and every silence has purpose. She listens more than she talks, and she observes more than she reacts. This calm and thoughtful nature makes people curious about her. They want to know what's going on in her mind, what she's thinking, and what she feels. But she never gives everything away. Men, especially, find this mystery irresistible. It's not just her beauty that attracts them. It's her depth. She has layers. You can't read her easily, and that makes her different from most women. She doesn't flirt for attention or seek approval. She doesn't chase anyone, and that's why everyone wants to chase her. Her mystery is like a magnet that pulls people in without her trying. Unlike others who overshare to gain sympathy or validation, the Sigma female prefers to stay in control of her emotions. She may have gone through pain, heartbreak, or disappointment, but she doesn't display it to the world. She heals in silence. That emotional strength adds another layer to her mysterious charm. People sense she's been through a lot, but they can't tell exactly what, and that makes them respect her even more. Her mystery also comes from her ability to stay unpredictable. One moment she's deeply thoughtful and calm. The next she's confident and unstoppable. You can never fully guess her next move. She doesn't follow the usual path or live by others' expectations. She builds her own life, her own rules, and her own version of happiness. Because she's mysterious, she's often misunderstood. Some people might call her cold or distant, but she's not. She's just selective. She chooses who gets to see her softer side, and that's not a weakness. That's wisdom. Not everyone deserves access to her world, and she knows that well. What makes her mystery even more powerful is her natural presence. When she enters a room, she doesn't need to speak for people to notice her. Her confidence, her calmness, and her quiet smile say enough. She carries herself with grace and purpose. That invisible aura is what people feel, and they can't help but be drawn to it. The Sigma female teaches the world an important lesson. You don't need to be loud to be noticed, and you don't need to share everything to be understood. Sometimes, silence speaks louder than words, and mystery is more attractive than exposure. That's why she remains unforgettable. She's not the woman everyone can figure out, and that's exactly what makes her the rarest and most magnetic woman in the world. The rarest woman in the world, the Sigma female. Point number 5. The woman who chooses herself. One of the strongest qualities that make a Sigma female so rare is her ability to choose herself. In a world where many people try to please others, where women are often told to put everyone else first, the Sigma female does something bold. She puts herself first without guilt or apology. She knows that real love starts with self-respect. Choosing herself doesn't mean she's selfish. It means she understands her value and refuses to lower her standards for anyone. She knows that giving too much of herself to the wrong people only drains her energy. So she protects her peace like it's gold. When something or someone disturbs her inner calm, she doesn't argue or beg. She simply walks away. The Sigma female knows that she doesn't need to chase anyone's approval to feel worthy. She doesn't try to fit into other people's expectations. If someone doesn't like who she is, that's not her problem. It's theirs. She would rather be authentic and alone than fake and surrounded by people who don't truly care. That mindset makes her strong and unshakable. She also knows how to set boundaries. She's kind but not weak. She can love deeply, but she never loses herself in love. She gives her heart, but only to those who deserve it. If she feels taken for granted, she won't fight for attention. She'll disappear quietly. Her silence says everything. She doesn't chase love. She attracts it by being true to herself. The Sigma female forgives easily, but she never forgets the lesson. Every experience, good or bad, teaches her something valuable. She doesn't hold grudges, but she doesn't repeat the same mistakes either. That's the beauty of her maturity. She can let go without bitterness. Choosing herself also means choosing growth. She's always working on becoming better, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. She doesn't wait for others to motivate her. She pushes herself. She knows her goals, dreams, and limits. And when life gets hard, she doesn't break down. She rebuilds herself stronger. When it comes to relationships, the Sigma female believes in equal energy. She won't beg for love, time, or attention. If she's not being respected, she steps away. She understands that peace is more valuable than fake love. That's why she never settles for less than she deserves. People often wonder how she can walk away so easily, even from people she loves. The truth is, she's not walking away from them. She's walking toward herself. She knows that choosing herself doesn't mean she doesn't care. It means she's done sacrificing her happiness for others who don't appreciate it. That's what makes the Sigma female so powerful. She lives by one simple rule: if it costs my peace, it's too expensive. She would rather be alone in peace than surrounded by people who bring chaos. Her decision to choose herself over and over again is what keeps her rare and free. While others lose themselves trying to fit in, she shines by being exactly who she is. And that's why she's one of the rarest women in the world, because in a society that teaches women to please everyone, she's the one who chooses herself. The rarest woman in the world, the Sigma female. Point number 6. The rarest woman in the world. In today's world, where everyone is trying to fit in, trying to be liked, and trying to please others, the Sigma female stands apart. She is rare not because she tries to be different, but because she chooses to be real. She doesn't follow trends. She follows her heart. She doesn't want attention. She wants peace. She doesn't want to be accepted by everyone. She wants to be respected by the right ones. That is what makes her one of the rarest women in the world. While many people fear being misunderstood, the Sigma female accepts it as part of who she is. She knows that not everyone will understand her silence, her strength, or her choices, and that's okay. She doesn't live to be understood by the crowd. She lives to be true to her own soul. That confidence in herself is what sets her apart from the rest. She moves through life with quiet grace. She's not loud, but her presence is powerful. She's not attention-seeking, but she's unforgettable. You might meet her once and never forget how she made you feel. Calm, inspired, and curious. That's her gift. She leaves a lasting impression without even trying. The Sigma female is rare because she's balanced. She can be soft and strong at the same time. She can be kind without being naive, and independent without being cold. She has mastered the art of living in her own way. She doesn't need validation from the world because she already validates herself. In a world obsessed with being noticed, she chooses to be unknown. While others are busy showing off, she's busy improving herself. While others talk, she listens. While others chase temporary things, she builds lasting peace. That's what makes her so powerful and mysterious at the same time. Her rarity also lies in her courage. takes courage to stand alone, to walk away from toxic people, to stay true to yourself even when the world expects you to change. The Sigma female has that courage. She's not afraid of starting over because she trusts her ability to rebuild. She's not afraid of being alone because she enjoys her own company. And she's not afraid of being different because she knows that being real is better than being liked. She values depth, not popularity. She chooses truth over comfort and peace over chaos. She knows her worth, and she doesn't let anyone make her forget it. That quiet confidence is what makes her glow from within, and people can't help but notice. In a world full of copies, the Sigma female is an original. She doesn't need to pretend to be something she's not. She doesn't need filters to look beautiful or fake smiles to look happy. Her authenticity is her beauty. Her strength is her softness. Her silence is her power. And that's why she's the rarest woman in the world. Because while everyone else is trying to be seen, she's simply being herself. And that's what truly makes her shine. So if you've ever met a woman like this, cherish her. If you are one, never doubt your worth. Because the world may not always understand you, but deep down, it respects your silence, your strength, and your spirit. You are the rarest woman in the world, a Sigma female.